No, 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 no.
Oh, too late.
You look good, Maximus.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got Manny's request and I was like, I thought it was at 12 o'clock and I was like, oh boy, I better jump on this real quick. Yeah.
All right, Laura, please take over.
Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining. This is looking at all of our participants and it's pretty incredible, this showing we have here on this beautiful afternoon. So thank you guys. This is the final day of Fashion Community Week. This is also our 11th edition, but this is our virtual era. Fashion Week. For the first time ever, we are fully virtual. For the first time ever, there is no ticket fee. It is free for all, so people can watch for free from anywhere in the world. So it's a pretty big feat by Fashion Community Week. I'm Laura Madden. I've been with Fashion Community Week since 2016, and I am a board member. Also have done some of the show hosting when we've been in person. But here we are today on Zoom, and it's not quite the same, but still pretty fun to see everybody. So today, what we're gonna do, and everyone is muted until we do get into our Q&A session, just to let you know. First 15 minutes or so, we're gonna focus on speaking with our fabulous members of Fashion Community Week, all the people behind the making of this. Our board members are here, and we're gonna speak directly with Shireen Hashem, our founder and CEO. So that's gonna be pretty exciting to hear a little bit more about the behind the scenes and what went in to actually bringing this to life. And then we're gonna speak with Ozone, our fabulous collaborative partner, the people behind the 3D interactive model you saw on our website when you shopped our website. So excited to have you guys here. Ozone, thank you. And then at the end, or our last segment, we are going to speak with the press, and we are going to open it up for Q&A. If anybody does have a question for anybody here, please raise your hand, and you can do that at any time just to get yourself in the queue. Feel free as well, if you'd like. You can also write your question in the chat. You know, that's not necessary, but if you'd like to, I invite you to do that as well. But guys, please raise your hand if you do know that you are gonna wanna ask a question at some point. So I think we will get started with our fabulous founder and CEO, Shireen Hashem. Shireen, could we go over a few things, ask a few questions of you about this, I mean, complete all new COVID style Fashion Week? You did so well. We want to hear more. How did you do it?
Quite honestly, I'm asking myself this question. How did we pull this through this week? It was definitely, we had many moments of doubts, because up until month we thought things are going to change here in San Francisco, and we'll be able to just go on with our usual events that we do for Fashion Week, where we go into a place and everything is there, and all we have to do is you know, get our event going there. But this time we had to do everything with all the precautions, right? So like we had to make sure all the models were getting COVID tested. You know, instead of working for, with 70 to 100 models, we were only working with 12 models per day. So that was really tough. The designers couldn't come in. They had to ship us all the collection. So we had to prep everything to make sure that it looks exactly how the designer intends for it to look on the runway. So there was a lot of, those are just one minor details. And then we had to literally build our own stage for the show. We had to learn a lot of things that we haven't done before, that we had to get with the program and just go with it. So it was basically do or die mentality for us. And of course, we've got amazing team members who basically stepped up and also learned the process. They're not they're not familiar with, I'm not familiar with, but we learned every day. And you know, just today is our shopping event, and up until up until the launch of it, we had to just do a quick QA, check making sure our QR codes are working. It's directing to our page where Ozone has their electronic models. It's not crashing, you know. So there were just a lot of these technical things, even just little things we have to worry about, making sure all the broadcasts are going okay, keeping everyone engaged online. Oof, it was it was a lot, and then it's actually quite rewarding because you know, as we are broadcasting the event, there are also you know, people are broadcasting in Australia, New Zealand, Namibia, Russia. Like, so there were just, these were like some of the locations people were broadcasting our show live, and as well as just alone our show yesterday. We had people from all the way from Dubai to Asia to Eastern Europe. Like they joined in. Didn't matter how late it was, the time zone for them. They chimed in just to watch the show, and then they went to our how do I say, the repeat of the show as well to attend, which was really great. They immediately interacted with all the designers. Some of our collections are already sold out, so which is really great, very good for the designers. So everybody just really cooperated very well. I mean, this is not a one person's job to do. We're definitely the reason we call ourselves Fashion Community Week, because it's really about the community. We can't do it without them. So yeah, our team is quite amazing. Our board members are very supportive. And then we have a lot of other teams of influencers and media collaborations who joined us to also make sure that all the marketing and everything is in tune online, and they're making all of their community people to know that please join and watch the show. So it's been really great. I can go on and on, so I'm just going to stop.
Being the very first virtual event for Fashion Community Week, I mean, what was the biggest surprise with all this?
Oh gosh, every day was a surprise. Something is never working, and then we have to go to make it work, you know. Like just alone last night, we have Mina here on our team. Her and I, we were up till like 3 a.m. and she's like, just call me. I'm going to take a nap. If this works out, then we can put this page right in front of it. And then we had another person, Sam, from our team. He's not here right now. His program was crashing for us to, for our online event today. And we had to make it work up until, God knows, middle of the night. And we just stopped sleeping.
Wow. So
working
just
long hours. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with virtual, I think what we're all finding is that it never stops. It's 24/7. The internet never closes. So, you know, what was your favorite part?
You know, the community part of it, because even though I was kind of sad, quite honestly, it's always nice for me to walk into our event and see a room full of people, and just like so satisfying that everyone's here to support. And the good thing is our viewers are very loyal. We've had people when we started 2014, the same audience comes in. A lot of the same designers and models are also with us. Videographers, photographers, makeup and hair team. Also, some of our old team members, they come in just during Fashion Week just to help out. Some of them even fly back from their country to just come volunteer at the event. So we have that bond. It's great, and I was very afraid to lose that because we're all online.
Right.
And I didn't know that if we will reconnect again and we'll have the same bonding. But, you know, everybody still came in and just like, you know, say, for example, a team member from Brazil, she's like, hey, I've got a bunch of media here. Who can I contact? You know, so things like that. It was just been so great that although we're missing the aspect of the physical connection with people, we were still connected online, and everybody was just still as motivated and as together for the event, which is really great.
I felt it too. The support on social media, all the sharing, the commenting, it was very strong showing, very strong. And that was encouraging. It did really feel, you know, so close yet so far.
Right. But one aspect is good about this. I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people during our actual event sometimes messages us and says, oh, I didn't get a visa to come to the event, or I wish I was there physically and I couldn't. But right now, that's not a problem at all. Like, we had designers from Ghana, Iraq, Palestine, Philippines. I mean, places they have trouble getting visas, but this time they just sent a collection. That was great, and they were able to log in from wherever they were, so which was really good. It actually became a lot more accessible. What we're trying to do with Fashion Community Week is that we wanted, of course, the fashion industry can be a bit more exclusive, especially fashion weeks, where we try to make this as an inclusive for everyone. And right now, especially having the virtual element to it, it's much easier than ever to include everyone who are interested to join the community.
Totally, totally. And do you think there'll be another virtual event anytime soon for Fashion Community Week?
Well, I hope so in March, but I would like that we go back to our normal events, but I'm seeing that that's going to be virtual. I mean, it was quite a difficult undertaking with our team. It was just not easy at all. I'll be honest, but I think we're going to do the virtual one again in March.
Well,
applications from designers for that.
You're set up very well. And, I think it's really, really cool that the entire event, every single item, garment, every single designer was shoppable, which, is extraordinary for these designers to actually, be able to get support and exposure. And then, of course, we have this fabulous new collaboration with Ozone. I mean, they make it so much easier for people to get an idea, what they're actually buying, what they're looking at with this interactive 3D model that everybody saw on the website when you go to shop. And if you guys have not been there, it's fcwsf.org/shop. If you do want to check that out, and if you still do want to shop, Shireen, do we know if is there still shopping to be done? I know a lot of things have sold out.
A lot of things have been sold out, but there's still available items. Today, actually, so every day of the event, we made it public for just those particular designers to be shoppable. But today is the day where all of the 11 designers who are with us are shoppable. So the good thing is, if you had watched our show, so we have the Instagram one, and then we have a Facebook one, which is interactive. It's a QR code. So every piece that you see, you just put on your phone, and then the QR code directs you to the brand where we have the electronic model of Ozone, followed by the information of the fashion designer, and people can just click, and then it takes them to the page for all of the pieces that they can shop.
Yes, the QR code. It really is. It is a small miracle. It's a small shopping miracle, and it really cuts out the friction and all the questions of, what am I actually buying? And it just makes things so much easier. So we're so grateful to have Ozone here. Maybe this would be a good time to introduce the Ozone team.
Hi, I'm O, and I'm the CEO and co-founder, and with me is Allison, our CMO and our brand strategist, and Manny is our sales and operation, and Tanya is our project manager, and we're lucky to have her. So thank you for collaborating with us. It's been quite an experience. This is the first time we actually put together a whole collection of 10 pieces in a short 3 weeks. So yeah, some of the pieces are quite challenging, and we're glad that we are able to collaborate and make this happen.
It's incredible. So 3 weeks from start to finish, that really is pretty remarkable. That's not a lot of time at all.
I am surprised at how my team performed. So bonus are coming.
And thank you. She did put that the website to shop. It's in the chat if anybody is unsure, if anyone wants to check that. Thank you. That is in the chat. So a few questions I'd like to pose to Ozone. Everybody is dying to know, what inspired you to build this 3D real interactive model?
Well, it started when my eldest daughter went to college a few years back, and we used to shop together, but when she went away to college, she still wanted to shop with me. And surprisingly, but I figured out later that it was the credit card that I got. So, but the online experience that I had with her was very frustrating, was stuck with just a few images and limited detail. And the clothing she picks was quite expensive. You know, as a mom, I'm like, wow, you know, am I going to pay this much? And all I got is 2 pictures, you know? So I thought that we could do better. So my co-founder and I, Kevin, we set out to build a better online experience and help brands bring trust in their online presence and sales. So something to experience together when we shop together. Yeah, that's how it all got started.
That is really cool. That's awesome. So very personal connection to you.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's a passion project. That's how most of my friends said it.
Yeah. But also very relevant to our times. You know, hugely useful. So, you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, your timing.
COVID-19 really, I mean, I guess really accelerate the process of shopping online, right? Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So could you tell us a little bit more about your collaboration with Fashion Community Week?
Well, you know, I have gotten to know Sharon through Tanya from the previous March event. It's just right before COVID happened. And we were doing startup conference, and I was, you know, so Sharon was familiar with our 3D real technology. We call it 3D photorealistic, basically. Then I realized that another event is coming online, and I saw the notice that, you know, on one of the, I think one of the message that you guys are going virtual. So I rushed and I, you know, text Sharon and I said, hey, you want to do something really cool? And Sharon said, like, why not? You know, I mean, you know, I'm going crazy as it is. So what's one more thing? So, you know, we kind of work out a deal. I drive to San Francisco, pick a few pieces after she shot the photos, you know, so I experienced all her, you know, rearranging. And I realized that, you know, going virtual is as difficult as, you know, real life fashion show.
Very much, yeah.
But I thought that Fashion Community Week was really the perfect platform for us to showcase our technology, because you guys are at the intersection of fashion and technology. You're in Silicon Valley, so it's a perfect place for you to take that leap of faith. And plus you're, you know, a charitable organization doing all goods to our local community. So, you know, I mean, we couldn't pick a better partner.
So I agree. I agree. We're so glad you're here. Could you tell us, like, what makes 3D Real, what makes your model so unique?
Can I grab that one?
I think it's cutting edge, but I want to hear from you.
Can I grab that? Oh, is that okay? Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm Allison. Yeah. So this is that we talked about this. So we use 3D Real. And what makes it so amazing is the level of detail and quality. And that comes from an algorithm. I met O, she's brilliant. Her founder's brilliant. I'm like, oh my God, who are these people? They made this algorithm that is so focused on texture and textile, so you can grasp that depth. And only when you zoom in, and I don't know if I'll get to do a screen share at some point, but when you zoom in and the designers, your work is being able to be seen. You know, we can see your stitching. And with Ozone, you don't need like a team of engineers. A lot of this stuff is, you know, really the next step off of 3D CAD, right? So your top of the line sample comes to us, we scan it in with that cool looking scanner behind O right there with 120 cameras. We use something called photogrammetry, which is not unique in itself, but the algorithm and our proprietary software allow us to completely focus on fashion and capture drape, color, texture, all those things that we care about. I come from a fashion background that we really care about and want to see. And you know, you don't need an entire team of CAD designers to do that. You can have 3D and it democratizes it. Look, these are first-time designers. They didn't have 3D images, and here we made this, you know, O made this and the team made this for them. Without a team of, I mean, we're the team of engineers, but the software, you know, really democratizes it and allows it for everybody to jump into this new amazing future that we're getting into. So, you know, it's just top of the line, really.
It is cutting edge, and it's almost a little bit eerie. It's almost a little too real when you first your first go around with one of the models, because it's like, wow, you don't miss a beat. I mean, you can see top down view, you can spin it around. I mean, you can play with this model and see the garment from every angle. So it's almost like, how did you do that?
Oh, and her co-founder. They made it happen.
Amazing. Amazing. Anything else you would like to share with us, specific to the model or specific to this brand that you would, really like people to know about?
Oh gosh, there's so much to know. Well, we've already got customers already. We're going to be coming out with launching Spirit Hoods, which is fur. I don't know if you've seen, but not many other people have tackled that complex of a textile before. Just in general, our algorithm is so important, but we're also a turnkey solution. I don't want to get too salesy here because our salesman's over there on the other screen, but it's a turnkey solution. So not only do we scan the garments, but we have an incredible viewer that's really designed to also showcase the image and the texture and the drape and the gravity the way that it's meant to be shown on multiple devices. And so, a lot of times you work with people and you just get the scan, or you just get the 3D, or you just get the viewer. We have all of that. And then on top of that, we have something called Material Magic, which we didn't do for your show, but it allows us to not have that first model, then you send us a swatch. So say you have a design like this shirt, you send us a swatch, like we're doing with a store called Button Down Store. They have 52 different swatches. Well, we only scanned like one shirt. And we're making how many? I don't remember how many it is, but 52 different designs. I'm just giving a number. That's not correct. From one scan. And that's where like the cost savings and sustainability comes in. So they're not producing all of those prototypes anymore. They're making like one prototype, and then we're producing the rest of it for them. And this is the future. We can zoom in, you can see it up close, you can change the material, you can, really feel it the way it's designed. Like I'm sitting here, move around me. There's so much more. I could talk about it all day, but I don't want to take up all your time.
Can I add? I just want to add a little. The one that we did, that we really, all the designs are really beautiful.
They're great.
We did, but the one that technically was really difficult was Elite Polar V. I just copied a link there, and we actually do a see-through. We really cutting edge on the see-through. You zoom in, you can see the train is a see-through. You can see the pad. It's like, wow! I saw that. I'm like, wow! Give me goosebumps. We can do that. I didn't know they hiding this trick behind me, the engineers. So yeah, that was like really good. That was really good.
Nice.
I encourage everybody to zoom and look around and really see. You'll see if there's a stitch that's off, but you will see the sequence, and you will see how it moves. It's just great.
Well, we've been playing around with the models, and we have some insider jokes with the models.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
our little friends.
And we take pictures of it, and we're like, oh, she's coming to get you.
Yeah.
They're too real.
They're too real. Yeah, sometimes you have to work with the creative director to it's just like anything else, but yeah, a little too real now and then.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's the biggest deal with shopping online. You cannot see texture.
Right.
You cannot, it's just 2D, and it can make it challenging. So awesome. So we're so grateful, it really was the right place at the right time. So thank you guys so much for being here and for sharing as well.
Wow. Laura, is it all right if we if I can introduce some of my team members, because they joined in a bit late? Because we're still working. We have another one, another live in about 28 minutes. So who's here today? I see Mona Lisa. I see Tran. I see Mina. Anybody else? Monica, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? And don't be shy, because you've been working a lot this week, day and night. And I'm sure everyone's here to hear a bit about you guys. So please speak up. Otherwise, I will be calling you out. So maybe how about this? I'll start with Tran. So Tran is our team manager. she's basically making sure that everything in our team is going all right, especially on the production side of it. And she was also head spearing our entire e-boutique where you're shopping at. So she built that e-boutique for everyone. So Tran, do you want to share how was that experience for you, other than it being very nerve-wracking?
Hi everyone, my name is Tran. I'm the fashion designer coordinator as well as managing the e-boutique. Recently, I worked a lot with Amin, the founder of Ethically, to build the e-boutique, and it was a really good experience to place images on the website, add descriptions, as well as manage the pricing, and it was a really good experience. I've never managed like a website before, so it was a lot of fun.
Great. Mona Lisa, do you want to share a little bit about what you have been doing at Fashion Community Week for the New Era Virtual Fashion Week?
Hi everyone, my name is Mona Lisa, or Mon for short. I am part of the production team. I am the fashion booking manager. I am responsible for maintaining relationships with different designers from all over the world. So I was tasked to basically communicate with them in bringing their collections here in the United States and to be featured in a Fashion Community Week. I was also in charge of making backstage schedules, so everything on the runway will, will work smoothly until the show.
Great, thank you. And Mina, we can't hear you, Mina. Oh, I think I've muted her. Oops.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is my third fashion week, and I start off as a social media, and right now I'm doing digital marketing, and it's quite the challenge one because it's different from the last 2 seasons that I used to work before. So everything is online, and there is a lot of thing in digital marketing that is going on right now. Everything is changing, everything is new, so I have to learn more, and it's fun. And right now I work in the website too, so it's new for me, but yeah, it's challenging. Yeah.
No, most of the time she's just playing around with the ozone models, I know.
Yeah.
All right, Monica. Monica.
Hi, my name is Monica, and this is my first fashion week with everything involved, or completely invest. And I've been doing a little bit here, a little bit there, kind of learning from every single area and trying to help.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, our team has done a remarkable job and still working on things to make sure that the last bit of our fashion week is going going smoothly. All right. Sorry, please go ahead.
Well, let's see, guys. I want to remind you, questions, please put your hand up. Anything at all. No question is too big or too small. We really would love to answer your questions and to hear from you, or if you just have a comment. You know, anyone from the press here, our influencers, all of you guys, you know, we're just so happy that you showed up. We're so happy to see you here. But please don't hesitate. So let me see, you would go to participants, and that's where you will find down at the bottom, or at least on my screen, it's down at the very bottom right. And you would just click on raise hand if you would like to ask a question or share a comment. And that's for any of the Fashion Community Week team, any of, you know, the team here from Ozone. Let me see, so Maximus King, okay. Maximus King, we got you next. Shireen, do you have the, I am not able to unmute here.
Yeah, I don't know if his mute's working.
Oh, I will have to do that, actually.
Oh, can you hear me?
But Maximus, sorry, you are muted already.
No, you're okay. Oh, no, my question, as far as Laura Madden, the company, the collaboration with O, where are you guys located?
You guys are in, well, I'm going to let any other representatives from Ozone, if you'd like to answer that.
Oh, we're located in Sunnyvale, which is like 45 minutes outside of San Francisco.
Okay, so I'm in Santa Rosa. I'm very close.
Oh, you are. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Then you can
I'm in
bring
wine.
back and visit us.
Yeah, I'm here developing wine label with a friend of mine, and then also doing the shirt for Bill Foley, who owns the Las Vegas Knights. So, and I want to get a mock-up of his shirt done in 3D and give it to his wife. And any ways that you need help, as far as to grow for the company, I'm always willing to help you. And Manny and I have been talking week by week, and he's been keeping me up to date. And so I think far as the growth of your company, I think you really do need take on an investor or outside financials to really grow it, because your technology is next to none. And I think your end game, far as, I mean, what always been said is that, Apple has nothing like you have. And I mean, you're way ahead of the schedule. Now imagine you with your team, with Allison and whatnot. I mean, it's amazing what you've done. And so Bill Foley, his wife, she's part of the team with the Las Vegas Knights. She saw your technology and it blew her away because she could do it in her hand on her phone. She said, this is the next level. So I'm working due diligently, but with Manning, and you don't know it, but you've invented the greatest technology ever. And what I want to do with Kobe Bryant, I'm on the Kobe Bryant project. I'm the lead designer. So what we want to do is show Vanessa and have her show the technology when I give her the timeline shirt, is have her show your technology on Instagram. And I think that'd do a lot for you, because I really do believe in you. And I don't care if anyone else don't out there, your technology is next level. It really is.
Wow, thank you. I pay Max to say that. So yeah, beer is
yeah, right. Hey, once they get to know me, they know I speak from the heart. You can't pay me a dime to tell me anything.
Max is a real deal.
Oh, baby girl, you couldn't give me a dime to tell me I love somebody. Trust me, I don't need to be paid to do it. I do it from the heart. I'm a true designer. I'm a first generation, so I set the bar high from Huntington, West Virginia. I think Manning and I, the synergies, and with O is not known as a genius, but she will be. And I think far as the team behind her, she needs some bigger people to co-sign for her, like, Vanessa Bryant, some of the guys I work with in the NFL and the NBA. I think this technology is probably going to be $1 billion technology that Apple and Google at the end, that they want to partner with her and use it in their technology. I really do. It just takes the right person to make this, ignite this thing. And you got your Michael Jordans, your LeBrons, but like I said, Kobe Bryant, this project I'm doing, her technology is really what we need to focus on. It's really great.
Well, I really like Steph though. How about Steph?
Steph Curry. Hey, Steph Curry's easier because I knew his mom. And I got a funny story about her. Oh my God, I got the funny story. But his mom, and of course, my family friend, Jerry West. Jerry West is the NBA logo. So Steph Curry is no problem because Jerry West is the one that built that team before he left. Yeah, he built that team at Golden State. So, but I'm in the area. I'm in Santa Rosa. Like I said, Silicon Valley is not that far away. San Francisco, I didn't know the industry. I was looking at Shireen. I was hearing her out with the company. And so I had no idea that there's another fashion district in San Francisco. I'm as shocked as anybody here who don't think I even know that. I thought it was all LA. I had no idea San Francisco even had a fashion district. So I'm willing to take a trip up there and check it out and meet some of the people and of course, respect the COVID here and there. But I think it's a great place for growth, with your technology being what it is in electronics. I mean, as far as the 3D modelscape and what you've been doing. So.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
We love to hear love for Ozone, of course.
Yes, yes.
We do have another question from Chesney. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Chesney Hetherington has her hand up.
Hi guys. So I wanted to ask kind of a question for, to address everyone here at home watching and participating. So, with the pandemic, we're all having a hard time right now. And I think a lot of people are clinging on to fashion, even though it's been changed so much from what we're used to. Clinging on to it is kind of holding out hope for things to go back to normal, for things to be okay, finding inspiration and confidence to face the next day in fashion. Is there anything you'd like to share with people who were, you know, invested in fashion in that way and excited for this event in that way?
You know, I think this, Shireen, I think this might be a great question for you.
It is quite a broad question because it depends on from which angle it's coming from. Holding on to fashion, I don't know what that really means. You know, it is this industry is a necessity. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. It's a necessity for our everyday life. Just from the time when we wake up, we have to put something on. So this, of course, during the pandemic, a lot of industry is suffering. And of course, that has a trickle effect on the industry itself, on the fashion industry as well. But that doesn't mean people are not going to stop wearing clothes or shopping. Maybe, of course, the behavior of shopping will change. People are probably becoming, one of the elements, people are becoming a lot more conscious, which is great. I don't think the pandemic had to happen for that. People should have thought about that always, you know, thinking about what you're wearing, where it's coming from. And if you, you're investing into a piece, making sure that you are reusing it. So of course, people are becoming a lot more conscious, which is great. I think it's a good thing that this pandemic hit, because there are a lot of noise in our life every day that we're going towards a tunnel, but we don't really stop and think about a lot of other things, like the carbon footprint we're living everywhere, and we're just going somewhere and we're like, oh, this is cheap, I'm going to buy it. That kind of mindset, it's no longer welcome, you know. So yes, I think things have changed, but holding on to fashion, it is a part of our life. Just how when we wake up and brush our teeth, we wake up, we put on clothes.
I'd like to add just a little bit. Did I unmute? That you can see that the new technology is coming online, right? So when the new technology comes online, like the way that the 3D photorealistic and all these things, it means opportunity.
Right.
Absolutely. Opportunity for people who are not currently in the brands or the big brand, opportunity for everyone to take advantage of new opportunity coming on. Virtual try-on is coming in a few years. As you can see, that what we Ozone is about is exquisite detail. And so that means that open up unknown designer, people at home who design their own things, to be able to represent in a realistic way so people can trust what you built, trust what your dress is, and doesn't have to rely on fashion brand and all the marketing, right? That's opened up a brand new opportunity. So please, just look into opportunity that coming with new technology because of COVID. So you'll see that there's, just like when, I just a little bit more, just like when YouTube opened, now there's a bunch of influencer, right? Making money on YouTube. Same thing here. There's an opportunity, you just have to look for it with new technology.
I'm going to add to that. One of the things impressed upon me when I first met her was not only, we're focused on 3D. Obviously, I actually come from a background of building physical goods. You guys probably don't know that, but so I understand, how important it is to touch and feel and experience that product. But imagine having that ability, and then on top of that, you're going into this 3D world where you also can sell your product out to avatars, to online, to virtual dressing when you're sitting inside the Zoom. So people can not just wear your clothing, but they're wearing your clothing in games. They're wearing your clothing, on Instagram virtually. Those are still monetary opportunities. And it only just spreads further. So there's more opportunity. I mean, I'm talking about money right now, but I'm saying, like, there's a place for this all to fit together. It doesn't mean like one thing is bad and one thing's good. We're moving to a more sustainable world. You can still be fashionable, and maybe you can have something that you've never had before. So there's a lot of other opportunity happening here.
No, absolutely. I think that we're becoming very creative during this time. All of the things, all of the elements that we don't think about now, we're thinking about, because say, for example, all of the boutiques and shops are getting rid of their places where you can try on clothes, right? More and more people are adhering to shopping online because obviously they cannot go to going to physical stores are limited at the moment. But so this will be a birth of a lot of technology usage and the right usage. And I think that people are becoming a lot more smarter when it comes to shopping experience and shopping behavior, I think, you know. Actually, I want to quickly introduce you all to Amin Bilahdel. He is the one who built our site. He's our e-boutique, and he's here right now. And he, the boutique is the e-boutique. His e-boutique is all focusing on sustainable collection and tech collections. Hello, Amin. Do you want to say hello to us quickly? Thank you for joining us.
Hey, folks. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the great opportunity and everything you folks are doing. Really appreciate it. I know I'm not as fashionable as you folks. I'm startup mode and, you know, working, but you know, the work you did is so phenomenal. And honestly, the fashion show and like all the lightning and like all the you know effects and everything, it was just like phenomenal. I'm really proud of what your organization was able to pull off.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Laura, back to you. Do you have, is there anyone who would like to engage in more conversation? We do have 10 more minutes on this today, and we conclude in 10 minutes.
Oh, did you have your hand up earlier, or was that answering a previous question?
Oh, that was to answer previous question. Yeah.
Okay. In Maximus, we got you right. Okay, guys. Anyone else? Questions, comments? Media that's here, influencers. Anyone else in tech that would like to, you know,
I have one.
Comment?
Yeah.
Let's see who we got here.
I got one.
Maximus.
Maximus.
Yes.
Hand up.
Shireen?
Yes, sir.
Shireen. Okay. Where's your company located?
We're in San Francisco.
Okay. You're in the fashion district.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Does O have your information?
Yes, she does.
Okay, good then. Okay, I get it from Andy. Okay.
All right, no problem.
Do you have people, or do you have people, you have anything outside, or you have all your stuff inside?
I don't understand your question.
No, you don't have visitors coming to your building, the fashion industry.
No. We're not.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's all I need to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Anyone else here have anything to add? Any questions for these fabulous teams here?
I have a quick question. So if people want to buy more, like, you know, there may be more demand for these items because some of them are really good design. Fashion designer are planning to make more, or this is it?
So it's funny that you ask us that, because some of the collections were sold out. People start to message us and they're like, oh, how come you don't have more units? And we're like, well, this is hot off the runway and it's coming from all the way from Suriname, say for example, or Ghana. And then we also, the thing is, the concept of hot off the runway really means is anything that you see on the runway, that's only one piece, and it's mostly never worn or created before. So the piece that goes on the runway, other than the model, the person who buys it is theirs. And it's usually unique, and it's only made for the runway, right? And one piece, and they're usually sample pieces. So everything you saw, other than probably 2 designers, everything was just built one piece. And yes, they might be able to recreate it, or they might you just may have to just wait for the next collection, but that might look just different.
Amazing. We do have a question here from Elizabeth Tran in the chat for O, or for Ozone, I believe. Are you guys going to start using GANs? I'm not sure what that is. Maybe you do know, because I think that's probably be a really great way to advance the tech. That is the question for Ozone from Elizabeth Tran. Elizabeth, would you like to
I can briefly answer that questions.
Great.
I assume that you mean neural network. We actually use a few. We're with the way that we did animation, we actually have a fashion network that help you rig. I mean, this is a fabric rig animator to recognize fabric, and we also have a fashion also a neural network that we use to recognize body shape. I hope that that's adequate, but it's in progress. Yeah, it's in progress. It's a combination of both. What we do is a combination of neural network and also photogrammetry, which is the same technology they use in autonomous car. Yeah, same technology. Yeah.
It's a form of artificial intelligence, basically.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, I just was curious.
Thank you. Thank you. Did that answer your question, Elizabeth? All right. Well, let us know if there's, great. Thank you so much. And I think we have a question. Tanya Porn has her hand up. Tanya Porn.
Yeah, it's actually me.
Hello. Hi.
I was gonna ask Allison and O about what we have scanned so far and what's next for us.
Oh, okay, I'll do quick, and then if you want to add some too. So what we've scanned so far is we've done like SF bags, so like leather bags, and not only that, you can actually see down on the inside, so you can see the internal side of the bag. We've done an amazing sequin dress. If you go to our website, if someone can throw that up there real quick, you can see that we've done like amazing dresses with like lots of sequins and beading and sheer. We are focused on, we've done denim and jeans. We scanned a pair of Levi's jeans. We've done ties. And right now, like we're saying with Spirit Hoods, we're doing fox fur, which is incredibly challenging. And I'm sure O can tell you, like, it was so realistic. We actually had to go back and they had to go back and the team had to look at it again. So we've done some fox fur. Everything is in the fashion and textile industry was very specific. So if you're challenging or thinking about Amazon or Google or these other people building scanners, they're very broad. They're very generic. So they're doing a lot of hard goods like tabletops, coffee pots, chairs. We're very specialized in this area. So we're excited about the furs coming out with Spirit Hoods coming up next. And gosh, give us a challenge, right? Oh, give us a challenge. We'll try a new textile.
We also have a paper that we got accepted at NVIDIA GPU Technical Conference. That's coming up in October 5th and 7th. It's called 3D Fashion Saves the Planet. So, come find out how we save the planet. That's right. And I have little, we did a little cartoon of me, O. I don't know if have you seen that movie called Home? That's a little O. She's purple from Booth. She saves the planet, but yeah. But yeah, so that would be an interesting, so we actually compute and calculate how much virtual sample we can save and how much water and all of that if we all, did top of the line samples and then become more of an on-demand type of fashion world where you only made what's ordered. Yep.
Yes, we need more of that for sure. Huge, huge. Thank you. I think we have a question. Manny Wheaton.
Yes, I just wanted to expand on what Owen and Allison kind of said about the texture and the exquisite detail that we have. The big difference between this scanning that exists today with hard surfaces and what we're doing with fabrics is fabrics are very difficult to scan. You can't use traditional CAD software, CAD techniques, or the techniques that are in use today. What O has done is developed an algorithm that captures these small details of images that normally would not be captured with traditional CAD software today, or how others are doing it. Hard surfaces are completely different from doing fabrics or very complex patterns, designs, exquisite details such as stitching. And you'll notice that if you go to anybody's 3D drawing and you try to zoom in, it gets blurry. Similar experience that you'll see with any 3D, most 3D things out there that have to do with anything with fabrics or complex textures. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So guys, we're just about at time for our press party. Anyone else have anything they'd like to add? Any last questions anyone thought of?
Can I add something?
Absolutely.
I am currently studying apparel design and merchandising, and I really find the concept of fashion engineering, fashion tech really interesting. I'm just wondering if Ozone has programs or like internships that I can share with my colleagues, especially my friends who are very interested in fashion technology, if you have it.
I can connect you guys both.
Yeah, I think that yes, please come by. I mean, you know, we have anytime you want to operate the scanner, but we do have one of our team members from FITM in LA, and so he's been working with us. So yes, you know, yeah, we're yeah, open to, you know, having, you know, anyone who wants to, you know, come and participate and learn about the new technology coming online. I have a question for Sharindo.
Oh gosh.
So how did you reimagine the one in March, the next one?
Well, we haven't thought about it. We're just trying to get through this. We're trying to get through this week and trying to survive and making sure that we're waking up happy tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be our final day. Well, I believe, of course, there were a lot of learning process, a lot of things that took a bit longer for us to dismantle or to learn or to execute this season. So now I think the next 2 months, we're just going to basically recreate how we can make that on a simpler process, you know, something that's usually first time, it's always the most difficult, and of course it takes you to the longer route, not the straight cut route, right? So now we'll just have to think about what we can add. We had some cool additions, like, you know, we had ethically to be our platform for our entire e-boutique. So all of our hot of the runway collection is going through ethically. And then we had Ozone for having these really fun electronic models that you can jump and play with them and scan them, push them away, bring them back and turn them around. We were having a lot of fun with those guys. So it's nice to add this kind of new elements and technology that kind of makes us not only on our side of utilization, but also something that we can present to others, especially our audience or the others that we work with, that this is the future of fashion, and we want to be on top of our game to make sure to include all of these technologies, which we did this week. This week was probably by far the most technological fashion week we had. And while we have been talking to other media, and they're like, how do you guys do that? Can you show me something? And it was funny to talk to some of these big media conglomerates who are actually asking us for advice how we are doing things. So that was really nice. And, you know, we're all volunteering to create this fashion week because we all love this industry. And for us, we have actually come with no background in any of the things that we created this week. So that was really great. So I think it's just, next year is just going to be better because we already know what we did this one at this one, and then for the next one it will be more improvised.
Well, amazing job. So you know, I was there from the beginning with you. So you know, great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Get some sleep after this. So.
Well, thank you. I'll just have to jump off because we're starting our next live right now. But thank you everyone for joining in for the press party today with our team members and board members and with Ozone and Ethically and everyone here. You know, without everybody's support, I don't think this would have been a possible week for us. We definitely felt the love and the support from everyone and the community aspect of making this happen. So thank you for being our cheerleader and our partners. So really appreciate you all.
Thank you, Shireen. You are the glue. So thank you for
Shireen.
being here and just
Thank
create.
you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
It was a
Pleasure
pleasure.
working with you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Shireen. This is great. And
Thank you so
O
much.
and Manny.
Thank
you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right. All right,
Have
buddy.
a
All right.
wonderful night, you guys.
All right, Allison and Allison World.